Hey, how's it going everybody? Welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial in Final Cut Pro on speed ramping. And obviously in the clip that you saw before this, there's a lot of speed ramping in that. And it's actually incredibly easy and simple on how to do that. So whether you are brand new to speed ramping or you've got some experience and are looking for some just hints and maybe easier ways to do that, then this video is definitely for you. And I'm going to do my best to make it as simple, as easy, and as just dummy proof as possible. So anyways, with all that being said, let's hop into the computer and get started. So what I like to do when I do a speed ramp is, so I go first and foremost, before anything, I highlight all the clips that I want to do the speed ramp with. Then I click this little icon right here and I go to normal. What that does is that it'll pop up this little green bar above your clip. Normally when you drag a clip down into the timeline, it won't have this. I like to see it from the get-go, just so I know where my clips are at and all that. So what I like to do is I will watch it. I'll watch the few clips first in normal speed, and then I'll decide where I want to perform the speed ramp. Right about here is where I will perform the speed ramp. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit Shift B on the keyboard, and that splits my clip into two. And as you can see, it split that green bar into two. And now this is where I'm going to perform the speed ramp. Now for this first example, I'm going to start the speed slow. And so I'm going to go to custom. I'm going to hit 20%. I shot this entire sequence in 120 frames per second, and I'm editing on a 24 frames timeline. So that means that I can actually slow my clip down 20% to slow motion. And as you can see here, the orange represents that 20% slow. So I'm going to watch it here. This clip's just a little bit too long, so I think I'm going to start it like right here. So I'm going to just cut that. Watching it through. All right. And I really like the way that looks. What I'm going to do, and so actually before I do that, right here, you see how it goes orange to kind of like a dark gray orange to like a dark gray green. What this represents is the actual speed ramp happening. Now, if I made this clip longer, you would see that this green bar would come back, and you know, where it's kind of faded, that is the speed ramp. Does that make sense? So you have slow motion, you have normal speed, and then in this grayed area is your speed ramp. Now, the cool thing about Final Cut Pro is that it already does that for you, but then you can actually change the parameters of how long you want that speed ramp to take place. I'm playing it through. What I'm going to do is, instead of having it go from slow to normal, I'm going to have it go from slow to fast. So I'm going to speed it up by 2 times to make it 200%. I'm actually going to bring this clip back about right there. So we're going to play it through. All right. And now, a really useful tip when it comes to speed ramping is that you don't want your clip to be too long once it actually starts picking up speed. So I'm going to watch it through again. And really for me, a tip that I apply for myself, the moment my clip really actually starts to pick up speed, that's the moment that I want to cut it and transition into the next one. So let's watch. So right about there, I'm going to actually cut that, and I'm going to end the clip right there. Now coming into the second clip here, I'm going to play it in normal speed, and then I'm going to pick where I want it to begin the speed ramp. Okay, so right about there, I think right when he actually tightens the clamp, Shift B, I want it to slow down over here, so I'm going to custom 20%. And then instead of it being normal, I'm going to have it again be fast. All right, so you can see the little pattern. We've got slow, speed up, fast, speed down, slow. Let's watch it through. Yeah, I mean, that looks really good right there. We have a really nice fade, a really nice speed ramp. And again, it's not even really that difficult. It's not that I was such a great editor. A lot of it honestly has to do with the 2 clips that I chose to transition. They make sense. They feel like watching one go to the next. It actually feels good in your mind. It makes sense, and it's going to continue, or it's going to want you to keep watching, which is ultimately the goal here. All right, and that is how I do speed ramping within Final Cut Pro. To be honest with you, speed ramping used to be something that I always wanted to do, but was kind of intimidated. It just seemed like something that was hard and something that I just would never be able to do. But as you just saw, it's actually super, super easy. So if I didn't cover anything in the video and you have a question, then definitely please ask me down in the comments below. I will absolutely respond to anybody. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys next time.